I'm going to be doing this perspective drawing over here, and to start I'm going to take my ruler, I'm going to line it up on one of the horizontal lines over here. Okay, not HL as a horizontal line, that is horizon line, but it'll work as well. It is a horizontal line. I then take masking tape, I stick it at the top, I stick it at the top. Do not stick it at the bottom, you don't need to. Right, once you've got that, the next thing is to look at the angle. This thing is not at a 60-degree angle or a 30-degree angle, so don't use that set square. Make sure that you get a nice big set square. Note the size of the set square. If you don't have a big set square, highly recommend you get one, and you can see that that is set at a 45 degree. What you're going to do now is you're going to take a line going from your stationary point up to the picture plane up here. It always goes from stationary point to picture plane. I'm not going to draw a continuous line all the way up there. Just note from stationary point up to picture plane, it crosses over the picture plane, and I'm going to drop a line perpendicular down over here to get myself a point which we can label as RVP, or right hand vanishing point. Right, so there's my RVP at that point. Don't make a big blob there. You want that as accurate as you possibly can. So literally just drop it down, make a little cross at that point, and you're going to use that cross to line up your rulers with. Right, same story on this side. This angle is also at 45 degrees, and you take a line from stationary point up to picture plane, crosses over the picture plane, drop that down, and I have got LVP. Right, you get marks for labeling, you get marks for getting that in the correct position. Right, the next thing that I want to do is to say, when you're doing these drawings, you need to figure out a particular point on a drawing, and then we normally work out from that drawing. I'm going to pick the highest point on this to start my drawing. Okay, most of you want to start down at the bottom for some reason. I always like to start from the very top. Right, so I've got a particular height over here, and I can find that point. There you go, you can see how that would link up with that point over there. Note the angle that this drawing has been drawn at. Now I want you to all count with me. Step number 1, taking a line at 45 degrees. That's the angle that this drawing is set at. Down to the picture plane. That's step number 1. Step number 1. Step number 2, take a line coming across from the height of the object that you want to find. That's step number 2, a height. Step number 3, I'm going to drop a line coming down from the picture plane where it cut to that line. That's step number 3. Step number 4, note the direction that this line is going in. It is going off in the right-hand direction, so I'm going to take a line going off in the right-hand direction. Once I've got that line going off in the right-hand direction, I'm just going to darken that in a little bit. I then say step number 5, sorry, that was step number 4, going off in the right-hand direction for this particular line. Step number 5, I'm going to take a line coming from that point up there down to the stationary point. Now I'm not going to draw it all the way down, I'm just going to draw it down to the picture plane. When it crosses the picture plane, I can then drop it down into my picture. So that would be step number 5, going to the stationary point. Step number 6, I draw a line coming down perpendicular to the line that I drew out at step number 4. So there's step number 6 coming down. 1, taking a line at 45 degrees down. 2, find the height. 3, drop a line down to the intersection over there. 4, take a line off in the direction of that line. 5, take a line to the stationary point. 6, take it down, and you've just found that point on your picture. Right. We could go in the opposite direction if you wanted to. Note, step number 1, we said take it at the angle. Note the angle of this drawing is at 45 degrees, so taking a line going down there. Take it down to the height line. That's now going off in the left-hand direction, so I'll take a line going off in the left-hand direction. left-hand direction, 5, 6, and you can see that I'm getting that same point. Everybody happy with that idea? Right, so once I've got that, I've got that point. Right, let's find, say, this point over here. This point is touching the picture plane. Happy with that? So if it's touching the picture plane, I can take a line coming straight down over here. If it touches the picture plane, the height of that line will be the exact height that I have on this view over here. So I can take a line coming across over here, and I can draw in that line straight away from the ground up to that point. That is the same length as that line over there. Right. If you look at it, I've got a line that comes from that top point down to that corner. So I'm going to have a line that comes from that top point down to that corner. There it is. Okay, I've got a line that is going off in the left-hand direction over here. From that corner, going off to the left-hand direction, I've got that corner now. I'm going to take a line going off in the left-hand direction. I need to find how long that line is by taking a line from the stationary point to that corner. There's me looking at that object. That's the top of my head, looking at that object. I take that down to the picture plane. Now that it's in the picture plane, I can drop it into the picture. I can now draw a line going from there to there. And you can see that I've got a line that goes down from the top point down to that point, so I can draw a line that goes from that top point down to that point. Over here, I've got a line that is going off in the right-hand direction. So let's take a line going off in the right-hand direction. How long is that line? Well, it's going to stop at that point over there. How do I get that? I take a line going from the stationary point. There's me looking at that corner. Take it down, crosses over the picture plane there, and I drop that down into my picture. I now have a line which is going to go from that corner over there to that point over there. You can see a line going from that top point over there down to that corner. So there we go, a line going from the top point down to that corner. Right, I've got this corner over here. It has a line that is going off in the right-hand direction, so let's take a line going off in the right-hand direction. From the base, going off in the right-hand direction. You've already got that corner, and basically any line that is going vertically down over here, it's going to continue going vertically down here, so I just go, there we go, there's that corner, and I can draw in a line going across here. Now, I'm not going to draw it in dark straight away. Why? Because I've got a door in there. All right, and we're going to just have a look at how to get that door in place now. I've got a line that is going to go off in the left-hand direction from that base corner over there, and I can drop a line coming down from that corner straight down to there, and I can draw in a nice dark line coming across over here. Right, you can see that I've got a door frame in here. There's my door frame. Now, if you look at it, remember that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the corner of the door. There's the corner of the door. I'm going to take it down. Step number 1, at that 45-degree angle. Step number 2, I'm going to find the heights of the door. Let's have a look. There's the height of the door coming across over here. See it? Comes down, touches the picture plane, comes down to the height of the door. Take that back to the RVP over here. Okay, so I've got step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, step number 5. I take that corner over there, taking that back to the stationary point, and that corner as well, take that back to the stationary point. Drop that down into my drawing over here. Drop that down into my drawing over here. And you can then start looking at your door frame. I'm going to draw in a line that goes down to floor level over there, a line that goes down to floor level over there, and there is the top of the door. Happy with that? Right, but that door has got a wall thickness to it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take a little line going from that corner over there. In fact, let me just draw in the part that I need to draw in over here. See that little line going to that corner over there, that little line going to that corner over there. Tell me, how many lines need to go into each corner on a three-dimensional drawing? There should be 3. If you look at it, got 1, 2, 3 lines going in there, 1, 2, 3 lines going in there, 1, 1, 2. Hang on, there's a missing line over here. Where's that going to go? It obviously needs to go off to that LVP. So I draw a construction line going off to the LVP over there. And then I say, well, the wall thickness over there is, well, it's this thick over here. I take from that back corner where that hidden detail is, down to the picture plane, and I drop that down into my picture over here, and I now have the thickness of that wall. There we go. There's the thickness of the wall, and I can draw in that little piece over there. Happiness is. There's your draw frame done. The next thing to do is to say, all right, I've got a line coming out from the base of this thing. So I've got a line that is going to go from LVP to that corner. There it is, LVP, going to that corner, coming forward to that point over there. How do I know it must go to that point? Well, there's the corner of the building. The corner of the building over here says that it needs to go up to a certain height. Can you see the height that I need to go to? All right, let's get that height. Let's have a look at this. Step number 1, take a line coming down. Step number 2, what must I do? Take a line from the height of that. Step number 2 is taking a line from the height of it. Step number 3, drop a line perpendicular down. Step number 4, look at the direction that that line was going in. So I need to take a line going off in that direction. Off I go in that direction, dun, 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 over there. And that is the height of the wall that I need at that corner over there. Happy with that? Right. That I can draw across over here to there. This line, you can see that length of line over there is the same length as this line that I'm going to draw in over here. Why? Because it is touching the picture plane. I then need to take a line going back over here to RVP. Line going back over here to RVP. How long do I need to make that line at the bottom? Well, there it is. I can take a line coming down from that corner to the stationary point, crosses over the picture plane, drop that down over here, and I can draw in that line going from there to there. Right. Problem is that this thing is going up to a corner over there. What do I need to do to find that? Well, let's take a line going down at 45 degrees over there. You can see that. Step number 1. Step number 2, find the height that you need to take it to. There's the height line. Let's take that across over here. Height line, step number 2. Step number 3, take a line coming down from there to the height line. Step number 4, look at the direction that I was going in. So I need to take a line going back in that direction over here. Step number 5, find that corner, take it down until it drops onto that line that we just found. There is my point that I need, and I can now draw in a line which is going to go up to that point. There it is. Okay, that line is going to continue to the back corner over there. Okay, I've got that line continuing back, so all I need to do is to find that back corner over there, take a line from that back corner down, crosses over there, and I should be able to draw in a line. Now I'm going to be very careful about not drawing it too dark because I can see that there's a little chimney stack over here that might come in the way of it. Right, let's have a look at that little chimney stack. Let's find, first of all, the height of the chimney stack. Take a line coming down from the chimney stack, going from there to there. Okay, I need to take a line coming down to the height line. You can see the height line over here. So there's the point that I need. It's going off in the left-hand direction. Sorry. Take a line going back from that point that I just found over there. Take that back. I'm just going to use a different color because it's getting confusing. Oh yes, you can use color, by the way. So please use color. It does make life a whole lot easier trying to figure out which line is which. There it is. Right, see that corner over there? I'm now going to take that down into my picture over here. from that corner down onto the picture plane, drop that down into my picture over here. There is the back corner of the chimney. Right. You can see that line going out over there. Well, there's that line going out over there, so I'll be able to find that back corner of the chimney over there. Take that down, crosses over there, drops down, get a line onto the chimney, and I can draw that back line of the chimney. Let me just find my pencil quickly. There we go. Line going over there. Right. Once I've got there, you can see these two lines over here. Those lines over there, look at them. They are going off in the right direction. So if I line my right-hand vanishing point up with that corner of the chimney, and I draw a line coming from there, coming out, and swing it over there, from the right-hand vanishing point to that corner over there, swing it out. See the two lines coming out over here, and I need to find that corner and that corner. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to take a line coming down from that corner, hits the picture plane, comes down, and it hits that point over there. Comes down at 90 degrees from where it hits the picture plane. There's that corner over there, and I can take a line going off to the left-hand vanishing point from there, giving me the top of the chimney. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. You should find that the back of the chimney and the front of the chimney are not exactly the same size, because it should be getting smaller towards the back of the chimney. So that's just a quick check for yourself whether you're doing it right or not. Anything that's moving further away from you should be getting smaller. Right, the part that normally messes people is, well, how do I get that and that height? Okay, same story. I need to say, I've got a corner at the top, but I've got a corner underneath it. So I've got corner A at the top, corner B at the bottom. There's corner A at the top, there's corner B at the bottom. How am I going to do that? Well, I've got a line that is coming down over here. I'm going to take a line coming across from the height of corner B. I'm going to drop a line coming down from where it intersects over there, down. There's the height of corner B. I take that back to the LVP over here. Take that back to the LVP over there. And I can draw a line coming straight down from there to there. Right? Once I've got that, I need to find this corner. Let's call it C and D. You can see C at the top there, D at the bottom over there. Note, I'm going to take a line coming from C and D, coming down over here. I'm going to take a line coming across from D over here. I'm going to take a line coming down over here to where it crosses over the D. That line is going off in the left-hand direction. Take a line going off in the left-hand direction. Left-hand direction. And I can drop a line coming straight down from that corner over there. And that gets me that corner D over there. I can also draw a line coming straight down from that corner over there to get that bottom part of the corner. And from there, I can draw a line going from there to there. And you can see I've got a line that is going to go up to there at the same angle of the roof. There we go. There's the chimney done. Note this little line that I didn't draw in dark straight away. I'm going to draw that in dark. I can definitely see it. I'm now going to take a line coming down from that corner to this corner over here. And you'll see that because my chimney having been drawn first, I don't have a line going through there. I'm going to have just a little piece of line going up there, a little piece of line, going down to the edge of the chimney. There we go. Right, once I've got that, well, you can see that that corner over there, that touches the picture plane. So what do we know about that? We can draw that line in straight away at the height of the thing. So there we go. I've got a line that is going to drop down straight to the ground level over there. I'll be able to draw a line coming across over here to there. I'll be able to draw a line going across from there to there. I will be able to draw a line dropping down from there to there, getting the 3 lines going into each corner. I need to find this corner over here. Now that's also sloping down over there. What do I need to do? I take a line Step number 1. Step number 2, find the height of that. Step number 3, drop a line coming down. It is going to go in the left-hand direction. So where it cuts over here, I'm going to take a line going off to LVP. Off to LVP. Take a line from that point to stationary point. That is step number 5. Step number 6, drop a line perpendicular down. There is the point that I need, and I can now join a line which goes from that corner down to that point, and I now have more or less everything that I need. I'm going to take a line going off. You can see 2 lines going into that corner. I need a line that is going to go off to the RVP over there. I drop a line coming down to there. I'm going to draw a line going off in that direction over there. And I'm more or less done, except for the fact that I've got a little window over there. And I can also see that I've got a window over there. So let's get those windows in place. The window, you can see, draw a line coming down. I need to find the heights of it. Let's take the heights of the window coming across over here, from there to there. It's got a little crossbar in it. Line coming across to there. Line coming across to there. Those lines are going to need to go back to the right-hand vanishing point. You see that going off in the right-hand direction. So a line going off to RVP from there. Line going off to RVP from there, and a line going off to RVP from there. Right, once I've got those in place, I then draw lines going from the corners of the window, from that corner over there, down to SP, stationary point, from there, down to stationary point, and from there, down to stationary point. Note, not all the way, just to the picture plane. Drop that into my picture. There we go, coming down, there we go, coming down, and there we go, coming down over there. I can draw in my window over here. There we go, and there we go. There's the little window with the little French panes in it. There we go, and there we go. And this is where it gets really complicated. Everybody is, this is so difficult. Actually, no. Think of it, I've got 2 lines going into that corner. 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 I need to have a 3rd line sticking out of those corners. So I'm going to take my construction line going off to LVP from that corner, from that corner, from that corner, and from that corner. Now I just need to figure out how deep does it go in? Well, I've shown you how deep it goes in by that hidden detail over there. Take a line from that corner over there. Take that down to the picture plane. I've shown you how deep that corner is. Take that down to the picture plane. Drop that down into the picture over here. And drop that down into the picture over there. I can now draw a line coming from that corner out to there, that corner out to there, that corner out to there, that corner out to there. Once I've got those lines, well, I can draw a line going up to there, a line going up to there, a line going up to there, a line going up to there. And then I say, all right, I've got 2 lines going into that corner, 2 lines going into that corner, 2 lines going into that corner, 2 lines going into that corner. I take a line going from RVP through that corner, and I finish it off by drawing those little lines in there. Line it up with RVP, line going to that corner, line going to that corner, and you've got that very 3-dimensional little window frame. Right, the last thing that we need is this little window in here. Again, take a line coming down at the 45 degrees, step number 1. Step number 2, I need to find the height of it. Well, we've got those height lines coming across from that window. There it hits over there. Step number 2, coming across, hits over there. That line goes back in the left-hand direction. Take a line going off from there, off to the left-hand direction. There we go. Off to the left-hand direction. There we go. find the points that I need over there and over there by taking lines coming down to the stationary point from there, line coming down to the stationary point from there, drop that down into the picture after it touches the picture plane, drop down into the picture, and you can see your little window that is going to be drawn in here. Let's draw those lines going over there and over there. Draw in a line going across over there, draw in a line going across over there, and obviously this thing has got a thickness to the wall, so what do I need to do? I need to take a line going off from this corner over here. Remember, 2 lines going into a corner. I need that 3rd line going off in the direction of RVP over there. Find the back of the wall over there. Take a line down to the picture plane from the back of the wall. Drop that down into the picture over here. I can now draw in a line going from that line, and I can draw in that little line over there. To finish it off, I take a line from the LVP to that corner, and I draw in that little line over there, and your drawing is finished.